Public health and sustainable food production are facing a serious global threat today. The increasing spread of antimicrobial resistance.
Tonight, a big organization has a very powerful message for all of us. The World Health Organization wants us all to treat antibiotics as serious medicine, not to be taken lightly. They say we take them so often for so many things on so many different occasions that antibiotics are actually threatening the achievement of modern medicine because of all the things they no longer kill and because of the rise of so-called superbugs that antibiotics cannot touch.
The 80% of the antibiotics produced in the United States are used every day in the feed of animals. Now, not because they're sick, but as you pointed out, so that they'll be worth more at the market.
It's true that a cow is larger than a child, but bacteria really don't care because some 30 million pounds of antibiotics are sold for use in animals each year, and that represents millions of opportunities for breeding the next superbug.
But we're using 30 million pounds of antibiotics in food animal production each year. 30 million pounds. And the data, or the best estimates, suggests that only 20% of those antibiotics are being used to treat sick animals.
My pigs were unhealthy. I would go through my pig pens 3 times a day, injecting them with antibiotics to cure some sort of chronic diseases that I had on my place. And in fact, I was actually growing superbugs on this farm and didn't know it.
The age of antibiotic-resistant bacteria and pathogens is here. Our medicines, which have kept us safe for so long, are beginning to fail as bacteria rapidly evolve, along with our misuse and overuse of the antibiotics that are meant to be kept controlled. However, in the United States, we are not taking such action and are facing the consequences. Although there is little data directly linking the usage of antibiotics in cattle to the rate of growth of antimicrobial resistance in humans, the possibility is still very strong. Studies have mostly shown that this inappropriate usage has only contributed to growth of antibiotic resistance that is only medically important for animals. But there is a strong scientific suspicion that this could continue increasing to affect human medication. Therefore, we are not suggesting an outright ban on the use of antibiotics in cattle. We are instead suggesting the closer tracking of its usage, which has worked well in the European Union. Europe has been holding farmers accountable for their use of antibiotics since 2006. The European Union has been funding projects such as the Antibiotic Resistance in Bacteria of Animal Origin 2, which allocates government funding into the tracking of not only the use of antibiotics in cattle, but the specific purposes those antibiotics have been used for. We propose that a tracking system similar to this should be used in the United States. Although legislation has been implemented that states that farmers should only use antibiotics in cattle for medical purposes, there has been no tracking system implemented that ensures that this legislation is being upheld by American farmers. Besides being incredibly difficult to kill, antibiotic-resistant bacteria are extremely expensive to treat. The age of antibiotic-resistant bacteria and pathogens is here. Without the closer tracking of its usage, which as we have mentioned has worked quite well in the European Union, the medicines which have kept us safe for so long will eventually begin to fail, and we will suffer the horrible consequences that will result from this preventable problem.